Hello, everyone, and welcome to the quarterfinal match here between Scotsword and Spencer Wolfhart. I am joined today for a more experienced perspective by Rossco, friend of the channel.
Hello, yes. Hello, Rook. Nice to be back. You say friend of the channel. Looking forward to this quarter-final. So we'll see what happens here, and we'll make it the best commentated show in the whole of YouTube.
Oh, good. It's good to be ambitious. I feel like I personally still have a long way to go, but we can aspire. We can try to do great things. We'll see what happens.
Reach for the stars, brother.
That's right. Yes. Oh, so yeah. Fangs of Fire's in the chat. He's saying make sure he doesn't leave early this time.
Yeah, I saw that Fang. Yeah, unfortunately, because I'm commentating, I probably have to stay till the end, which is a bit of a pain. So I'm hoping it's a decent game. If I go quiet, I may have just gone AFK, but I'll try and stay till the end.
Yep. So this is a match of some community old timers. We've got Spencer Wolfhart, who at this point has been in the community for several years. Scotsword as well. I think, if I remember correctly, he said they actually joined around the same time. I could be getting the details of that slightly wrong. But this is sort of one of the more... the older matchups. I remember I was posting the link to the stream a little bit early, and we had another community member come in and say, "Oh, I've seen this matchup before. It goes all the way back to my days." And I was like, yeah, well, I guess it is. But I don't know how often they've actually directly faced each other in tournament competitions for all of that. Do you know anything about that, Rossco?
I don't. I remember, they probably were, because Spencer, myself, and Scotsword used to jump on and just play games out with the tournaments, but we'd jump onto a voice chat. Mm-hmm. So the three of us played games where we'd just be chatting for like a friendly. And then I think maybe in the first tournament, I think Spencer was in that. So yeah, they probably did join around at the same time. And then I can't really, because I've not been involved in every tournament, I don't know. Well, he would have been involved in the New Blood. I think he was involved in the tag team one we did. So there's probably, I think he was involved in the Europe versus States one. So yeah, I would imagine they faced each other a fair few times, because if they've been involved in three tournaments or so, they know each other well. Mm-hmm. They played a lot of friendlies as well with each other, and obviously Dracula as obviously as Spencer. There's no surprises what we're going to get from Spencer. We know the gameplay that's going to come up, and it's going to be, again, how do the hunters match that? So it's going to be King of the Lairs versus an onion farmer.
Yeah. Okay, so I want to respond to that. But first of all, let me say welcome, Pizza Wizard, cheering on Spencer. Please, everyone, if you've got one particular side you're rooting for, make your preferences known. I agree with Scotsword here. Quarterfinal, you're definitely allowed some thinking time. But actually, I wanted to say that, like, I think this is fascinating, because Spencer Wolfhart is famous for his use of the lair strategy, and I think way back, like one of the very first Fury of Dracula games I ever watched, he wasn't even calling it the lair strategy. He was calling it the high profile strategy, because it involved going back and revealing his location, where the current accepted thinking at the time was always like, you've got to be hiding, you need obfuscation, right? You need to stay out of the way of the hunters. But he was like, no, I'm going to go high profile, not low profile. I'm here, and let's see what you can do to stop me, right? I'm sitting on top of 3 different encounters that you're going to have to deal with. How are you going to deal with that? And I think he ended up winning that game. It was a wild one, and the impression that leaves and that has left is so strong that he's like always playing as Dracula. We're always playing as Dracula. Whenever he's playing as Dracula, he's always associated with that lair strategy. But I think Spencer himself has commented, like, I don't always do it. It's like, I think because you need to sort of balance when you do and don't go for that strategy. A lot of his games, he ends up not actually using it. It's just that everybody expects it from him, which I think is an interesting part of the game.
Yeah, I like that sort of character that he's cultivated, where it's that anticipation, you know, that his opponents expect him to do that. So it's almost as if when he doesn't, he is throwing them off the trail because they are expecting a layer to show, and it obviously guides their mind. So I think somebody made a comment which was quite poignant. Was it wasn't necessarily that he's done it all the time, but the games that he's won that have been exciting, he has had layers played. So I think you associate those games where Spencer with Pizza Wizard.
Yeah, it's true. By the way, is the audio okay? I think you may have just...
some cracking...
Yeah, I think you may have just
games.
dropped out.
And it's been down to...
Uh-oh. Is it... Am I the only one, chat?
You know, this time, it is a cash check, so comfortable at doing it. I've tried it, and it's kind of... You've got to have various things have got to fall into play for it to work for you. But also the way that he lays it out and plans it is you know, impressive to watch as well. And again, being Dracula, the good thing about it is that you can then control that you've got the layers yourself, so you're controlling where to go, what to do, and various others. But yeah, it's just the hunters. And again, the good thing about it is there's only a limited number of cards that can do damage in Dracula's hand. So even when there is 2 or 3 on a layer, hunters are still nervous and anxious about jumping on it, even if it could just be, you know, rats and a wolf or whatever. It's still going to do damage to the hunters, and then of course it can burn one of their items, take down health, and then the next stage could be landing on a new vampire that's actually going to do them damage and kill them. So he's really adapted it. It's strange. It's a tactic that on the board game I used to play, because the layers were there on the board, and it's like, let's make advantage of this. And the digital version just never, for whatever reason, kind of came up or it was used. But he certainly made it his own, which is, again, it's always good to see how the hunters. And so far, unless the only tactic I've seen to beat it is hunters actually ignoring them and catching Dracula. That seems to be the only tactic, is get ahead of him, catch him, you know, and then you don't have to worry about the layers maturing and various others, because you can just waste so much time and energy trying to clear a trail of layers. It's just, you know, the 4 weeks is up and he starts winning by fury influence anyway.
Yeah, I have seen a few games where Strider was playing. Granted, these were informal games as opposed to tournament games. I have seen a few games where Strider was playing and he went for a proactive lair clearing strategy, where he would deliberately jump on lairs that were sort of left with one encounter that normally he would avoid to not have to deal with it, and clear out those layers. So even if he did go back to that layer later on, he wouldn't have as much stuff on it, and that made it less attractive. And he had some success with that strategy, but I feel like it's a bit of a gamble as to how well that's going to turn out, because you end up doing a lot of damage to yourself. Also, I did get some confirmation from the chat. You seem to have cut out here and there, Rossco, so I'm hoping that this is all fixed, but there might be something weird going on with our internet connection.
Okay. No, I'll just check mine. Seems to be okay. Here, but no, I'll check this. I'll keep an eye on it. Okay. If it gets too bad, I can try and call back in again.
And welcome to Carved Heart in the chat. Started watching some past streams of this game yesterday. Had never heard of it before then, but finds it interesting to watch. Well, we're very happy to have you here. I am a fellow...
welcome, Carved Heart.
I am a fellow person who just sort of likes to watch lots of Fury of Dracula games, and I will stream them here and there occasionally, because I find them exciting and very interesting to watch. I very infrequently play. I prefer to play in the group games, and the group games are few and far between. But if you like what you see and you're more of a player sort of person, if you prefer to play rather than just watch, then I'm sure that you can jump into the Nomad Discord. You can look up this game on Steam, and you can connect with the community, and we'd love to have you.
Absolutely, yeah. Welcome, Carved Heart. Great username as well. I like that. So Yeah, just looking at it, interestingly as well, the other expenses doesn't use misdirect. Obviously, hasn't been used, which is the usual, move third day to stop being found, which of course then makes you think he is going to go down his layer route because this gives him that extra day to lay down to the layers.
One sooner layer.
So
Yeah.
when he misdirects, yeah. When he doesn't misdirect, it's kind of like, right, he's going for that. And when he does, it's more right. Okay, but you're right. Yeah, we're going back to what you were saying about striders. There is that. Yes, you can jump on it and quash it before it gets doubled up and stacked. But of course, by doing that, it means that your hunters are moving away from where Dracula is, and they're also using up items and and potential health,
right,
without even affecting the trail. You're just going down layers, layers by that stage. So both have their their advantages with that. That yeah, you've just got to, as a hunter, you've just got to decide. Okay, well, this is what we're doing. Almost to the point where if you can manage it, get 3 hunters just following the trail and 1 hunter to go round and sort with the layers is the ideal scenario. But again, which 3 do you send? Who do you want to keep? It all depends about fast horse size and movement, and Seward has the most, so you could argue he could then resupply and just go around. But then you want the guy with the most items to jump on Dracula. So yeah, it's a real quandary.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the things that the lair strategy does, right? Scotsword has talked in the past about how one of the ways that you win as Dracula is you give hunters lots of things to think about, where they have sort of several right options or good options, or not even necessarily good options, several different things that they feel like they have to do at once. And making them choose which one of those things to prioritize and putting them in that position often will occasionally create an opportunity for them to make a mistake. And once they make a mistake, you can start exploiting that, right? And so I think one of those decision points of when do I stick to the trail and with how many hunters? When do I go after Dracula and with how many hunters? What exactly am I committing to when? That can be one of the hardest things to judge in this game. And the lair strategy can sort of accentuate that to be like, okay, I'm anticipating a lair strategy. What's going to happen here? Also, it's approaching newspaper time here. Any guesses as to where Dracula may have started, especially considering the lair strategy looks like it might be being employed?
I think he's just done. He's made it simple, and he's just done a restart again. Athens, as they say, Athens. It's always Athens, I think, is the term.
That's the saying.
That's the saying. Alternatively, he could have done a Hamburg. He does like a Hamburg start or an Amsterdam start again. Because I noticed he's got Seward's done the Madrid start, so as opposed to the Bordeaux, so that leaves France and Germany open a bit. Gala and Germania open a bit more for Seward to get there quicker. But then it's interesting because by keeping it Baltica, you're then relying on Godalming and Mina. They've got to have good movement because of the lack of rail lines. And again, you can, that's an ideal scenario where you can get around it. You can circumnavigate Baltica and jump on your layers quickly. That was the issue I always faced. I'd put layers down and then I never went back to that area. So I'm like, it's just a waste,
Yeah.
Whereas Italy's good for getting around if you jump sea there. France, you can do circular motions and jump on the layers. There was an evil presence, so we know he's not been in Spain, so that rules out Madrid, or rules out Spain to a certain extent. But yeah, I would imagine, I think East would be the safest bet for him to start there.
Yep. Looks like Pizza Wizard is guessing Strasbourg, but hoping for Amsterdam, of course. Pointing out that it can't be Athens without a misdirect, though, which is interesting. Yeah, that's true.
Well, the thing is, there hasn't been any psychic bonds by Mida and Godalming, so he could have started in Athens and then done Valona, Sofia, Belgrade, and come back in again.
Oh yeah,
coming back round.
I suppose that's another possibility. I tend to think of the Athens start as you actually start in Valona and then go to Athens and then misdirect. But if he knew he wasn't going to misdirect, he might have gone straight into Athens, and then he can just be working his way around.
Because then, if he makes Athens a layer, it's still the furthest away from the hunters.
Yeah, Fangs of Fire is pointing out the same thing. Yeah.
So yeah, here we go. So this will be, and interestingly, yeah, no hired scouts, no newspaper reports. There's been an evil presence, and that's really been it for sourcing cards. You know.
Yeah, yeah, not a lot of
And of course, I think
early cards to find Dracula
No.
for the hunters. They're gonna have to just deal with it. And if this is the lair strategy, as it appears to be, that could be very painful for hunters to allow Spencer to build up lairs without knowing where they are.
Well, this is exactly. Yeah, this is what's going to happen. He'll be, he can layer the first one, layer the second. Again, if he doesn't want to mature them, and even you could be sliding past the hunters and even just keep maturing them because they won't know. He's wolf form now. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's. I mean, even with that, that's a long trail.
Oh, that's a good
and
point.
I mean, it's one of those.
Pizza Wizard saying Scotsword may have saved newspaper reports for the first encounter. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so that makes sense. And it was Clermont-Ferrand.
Oh, yes.
I would not have guessed that.
Ah.
I would have thought it was the east as well.
Well, that's interesting. Yeah, so it may well have been could have been a Strasbourg, but not far away for that. Pizza was a good guess. He may have done a Marseille, because obviously knowing that Marseille is going to be, they have to go through that. It's a high traffic area. Or he may have done a Toulouse and then gone Clermont, and then he's gone around the coast. Or he's gone the other way. Maybe he's gone Clermont, gone round, and now he's wolf formed past, Seward, with the view that Seward's going to have to come out of Spain now to chase. Or indeed, he could have gone all the way to Munich, and he's wolf formed now past the two hunters in the east. So, yeah, I mean, it's revealed there, but it could be really any direction.
Yeah, that's the thing about the center of the map. And greetings, Strider. So you were playing another game earlier. I hope it went well.
Okay, so Godalmann's got the horses.
Mm-hmm.
Is he gonna jump? Is he gonna check east, or is he gonna check? Okay, so he's jumping in to see Zurich, right? So he could have done a Munich and now wolf formed into 53.
Could have, yeah. That option is still very much alive. Yeah, another indication that this might be a lair setup is that there's been no rumor tokens, but then is the whole thing actually a double bluff, making it look like it's all going to be lairs and then just going straight to the east and running around instead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, Mina's well tooled up. She's got the planned ambush that she's shown. She's got the pistol. She's also got 2 other items and events. I mean, if she's got a fast horse, she could jump on and check 53 now. It depends whether she feels confident that she'd want to face Dracula. But even, oh no, she's going to Munich.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, okay.
Okay, yeah, that's a good check, since we were saying that's where he would probably have gone if he was looking to wolf form to the east.
Yep. That's interesting. Yeah, that's an interesting move then.
Mm-hmm.
So Clermont, so it was either Clermont, yeah, depending when he started, if he met Marseille or Toulouse, but when he could have started in Nantes and then gone to Clermont as well.
Mm-hmm.
You'll get his, if he was Zurich. Okay, that's a delay tomorrow for Godalming.
Mm-hmm. Strider's guessing the wolf form was from Nuremberg. Oops. Can't see it on the map there. That's Frankfurt. I'll find it eventually. There it is.
Yeah, the only one wolf form is if he moved before Mina did. Otherwise, I'd been thinking he might have tried to jump from Nuremberg to 58 and gone past her. If he's gone from Zurich, he could have maybe tried to get the wolf form to Venice just to get him on the coast in case there's any issues. But now he's going to be struggling where he has to get into Florence, and you don't want to get stuck in Sod's Law. If Scotsword's got the cards that he has, and say he's got CG there, that could be a problem.
Yeah, that could be a huge problem.
I think he's probably I think he's probably wolf formed. He's gone Zurich, Nuremberg, and then probably wolf formed up to Hamburg because it gives him more options to get up there, hide. You're then on the coast. Van Helsing's vacated the UK, so it could allow him to then go to sea. Yeah, it's interesting.
We'll find out.
So the first layer's up.
If it's a misdirect. Interesting.
Ah, that's good. That's a good move. Because Zurich, I mean, you could have gone. Yeah, I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 vacant areas you could have jumped from. Yeah.
Yeah, Zurich is well connected, so not being able to know where that connection was from and what the wolf form was, besides ruling out Munich, that's going to leave the hunters sort of scrambling. And Pizza Wizard's pointing out that it could have been Marseille wolf form as well into Barcelona. Yeah, it's a lot of things to check.
Yeah, I guess you have to check. You have to check Munich with Mina. But ideally, if you managed to jump on Godalming with Mina, they could have done a psychic scan of Italy.
Yeah,
just to
that's
rule
true.
out Italy. Whereas at the moment, okay, Mina's kind of guard. If he is in Venice, Mina's guarding that because he can't get past her. But I mean, he could just hide. She'd have to move at some point. Saboteur. Okay, Godalming delayed again, but he's clearing up the.
Yeah, he's gotten on the trail. He stopped the mature.
Yep. There's the one. Yeah.
So, any ideas, both Rossco and chat, where that wolf form may have been to? It looks like we're seeing a lair strategy implementation. It might be a double fake, like I was saying, but if it is, we might expect to see some sort of circular movement, maybe, with the wolf form. I don't know.
Also, it's quite interesting. I noticed on Zurich when Godalming revealed the aristocratic, he had the option to be delayed, but he decided to leave that because that's still a live card. So he's obviously somebody must have a stake that they're going to take over. But yeah, that's always an option for players. Sometimes they might not be aware that you can decline to check it, and it just stays there. It's not like the other vampires, And so if you don't want to be delayed, leave it for somebody else to pick up.
Right, that's a great point. It says the hunter can become delayed to discard this card, right? So you don't have to. And that, in turn, if you want to rush to the deal with the next part of the trail, which is what Scotsword was doing, then you can say, oh, okay, I can deal with this later, and just ignore it.
Yeah. And again, knowing what it is, you don't necessarily have to have a stake. If he's got a hunter that he's happy to just sacrifice with a delay, he can then just jump on it, delay it, knowing that it's covered anyway. Because he'll need to take care of it, because you don't want him to get his wolf form back and then wipe the trail. So he will have to check it. Now, did he go? Oh, he's going up to
Seward.
Okay,
that's got to be a trade.
Yeah.
Ooh, Mina's checking the east.
Yeah, he couldn't have been down there because he couldn't have. Well, no, he could have. Let's get wolf form to Prague, moved to 58 when Mina had moved. No.
Yeah, interesting.
He would have landed on Zagreb when Mina was there. So
looks like that misdirect is doing its job.
Yeah.
And also, we don't have anybody.
Was right. Yeah, it could have been a month.
Yeah, we don't have anybody on Geneva. We know Zurich is eventually there, and we know he started in Clermont-Ferrand. Well, it doesn't have to be Geneva. It could be Marseille. But depending on which one of those things is, it's going to mature. Or get laired, right? We might see the lairs might be beginning.
Well, there's not. The first one's already layered, because remember, Clermont-Ferrand was.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
So he's already got one layer, which hasn't been revealed. So his starting position has already been. Could have been either Toulouse, Bordeaux, Nantes, Marseille.
Let's see what this is. Oh, he got a hoax.
Oh.
Ooh, this could hurt.
I don't think there were. How many cards are there?
There
1,
were
2,
a lot
3,
of
4, 5, 6. 9 Dracula events. Okay.
Yeah, this could be painful.
Yeah. I think possibly Sue had maybe spent too long in Madrid without moving. Because if he'd moved up sooner, Godalming could have dealt with Geneva Stewart could have dealt with Clermont from Bordeaux. He could have what, they could have, he could have had that covered, but because Godalming was checking it himself, they managed to reveal that. So, okay.
Yeah, he's taken a
Now,
long
Zurich.
time. Oh, so that's probably an indication that there's either a lot of good cards or a lot of bad cards.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you get that euphoria where actually for once Dracula gets a hoax matured, and it quickly turns to disdain when you realise that the cards there are sensationalist press.
Yeah.
You're like, right, okay, it's like a handful of blood transfusions. Thanks, game.
Yeah. And then on the flip side, you get other games. I know Strider has one. He called it, "Can a weak hoax turn the game?" Because he got a hoax with only 3 events in the Dracula discard, or 3 Drac events in the discard, and one of them was enough for him to snipe Consecrated Ground off of Mina.
Oh, nice.
So
nice.
Even though it was a very poor selection, it was a powerful one.
Well, did he draw Vampiric Influence from that then?
It must have been, yeah.
Must have been, yeah. That's a great move.
Yeah. Oh, and Pete's... Oh, its Darkness returns immediately.
Well, that's good. So he gets his points. He'll get his wolf form back.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. And yeah, I mean, 4 points is all right. It's not as many as 7. Obviously, that's basic math, Ross. But it's not a... it's 4 on the board. He gets his misdirect back. He gets his wolf form back. It clears a trail from another avenue. So now the hunters are really back in the blind again, because where could he be? That's wiping 3 locations, and they hadn't found him from the misdirect. So Mina's out of position now for doing any psychic bonds.
Yep, because she started checking the east.
So,
yeah.
So they've really just got to move to find him now.
And as Pizza Wizard was pointing out, and to sort of underline that point, 8 Dracula cards shuffled back into the deck is nothing to sneeze at. Because...
Absolutely.
Like, one of the most powerful things hunters can do is to supply. And if you've got 8 more cards all of a sudden that are just dead draws for the hunters in the best case scenario, if they're day supplying, then the supply strategy gets diluted and you don't get the events that you are looking for that can turn the game back around in your favor. So this is a very powerful early situation for Drac to be in.
That's absolutely true, and I think that's been Spence's tactic there, because knowing how Scotsword plays, he's more of a player that will just happily sit and burn through the deck until he gets all the cards that he wants. There's other players that we see who are more inclined to, okay, I've got a decent enough hand, I'm going to start moving now. And evidently Spencer knows that, so he's kind of done that in the fact that, okay, so what do you do now, hunters? Do you sit and supply and you're not going to get the cards you want? Or, yeah, for example, now, do we have to move? In which case, when you're moving, you ain't supplying. So, yeah. And I like that as well. It's about what we always... Oh, Rufus. It's about what we always talk about is when do you use the card? Now, Dark's Returns, there may be an argument that do you wait until your final week? And that could be the one that wins you the game. But if you don't get to the final week, then what's the point? I think using it there was... because it gave him back the wolf form and it got rid of the misdirect, and really it's really just made the trail anonymous again. There's a vampire there, so that'll help. But yeah, okay, the vampire layer is a bit of a dull one because that's negated 2 of his points. But he's got his information back. He's got 2 layers. No rumors have been used yet, so I think it's one of those that's kind of reset. I mean, you're on Wednesday now, the second week, so sort of reset. The hunters have to... I mean, the hunters are all well supplied. That's the other thing. When the hunters are getting all the good cards, but they don't know where Dracula is, if you're not prepared to move, then you're going to start burning... you're going to sacrifice some cards, or you just start jumping passing your move, which you don't want to do either.
True.
So, yes, it's an awkward position for the hunters to be in. Amina's now gone back to where she started at the beginning of the first week. So she's not really, there's not been a lot happen constructively with her.
Right. Yeah, this is going to be a tricky situation for the hunters to find a way out of. And here come the rumors.
Here come the rumor.
Yep, keeping the pressure on. Plays in very well with all of the obfuscation that aristocratic mature gave him.
Mm-hmm. And of course, these layers are in place. I mean, all he's done is if he's laid down 2 delay cards, 2 bats on these layers, or whatever it might be, that in itself could be the difference between stopping one of these cards maturing. So, well, he's going for the supply. He's evidently trying to get a paper or hired scouts.
Yep.
Obviously, I don't know if you noticed there, Aruk, that he used his Rufus to check Madrid. So he didn't use it as an ally.
I did see that Rufus came up. I didn't see that he used it to check Madrid.
Yeah.
This is someone was commenting.
So I think that's kind of.
Go ahead.
I think I was going back to what Pizza was saying, and I agree with that. That it kind of rules out, if he had done the rule form to Barcelona, he probably would have gone through Madrid at some point. So I think that was a decent one. That Seward's been away from there long enough that by checking it, it's like, you've got to go through Madrid to get to where you want to be. So, that made sense. It's ruled out Iberia. But of course, if he's not in Madrid and he was going around the coast, what do you do now? Do you think, oh, right, well, Iberia's ruled out because I checked it, but he could happily just be there laying down more. So, again, you just don't know which direction he's gone. This is some good Dracula play on, as you say, how to confuse the hunters, how to give them things to chase. But if they don't know where you are, they can't find you.
That's right.
And 2 layers already stacked up. So, yeah.
Yep. Oh, and welcome, Snuff. Rooting for the upset train to continue. Oh, Rufus is back. We're gonna get another search.
Where's he going to search now? Yeah. Or is he going to play? Oh, he's playing ally,
Nope,
right?
ally.
Okay, so maybe he's thought. Okay, at some point now, the distance Dracula is, he has to be on a coast somewhere. Let me hedge my bets and see if he's actually going to.
He found him!
Or he's in Munich.
Oh!
Holy shit!
Oh, that's why I love this game. It turns so quickly.
Wow. Okay. Now this is going to be a 2-on-1, depending what he's got down there, because Mina can jump on. I mean, these guys could jump on. A sense of emergency would get him there.
Yep. Even.
But even railing just to block off the north. But again, has he gone to Munich? Has he come back from the east? Has he come back up from Italy? Has he come south from Hamburg? They found him, but that's a hell of a lot of trail. Unless they can take damage off him now,
they're gonna have to start searching the trail basically backwards, or figure out very quickly what was going on before. Man, that aristocratic mature is really paying dividends. Which since
Munich's a decent, you can't block them in.
Since the darkness returns, set that up, right? I think that goes to the argument that may have been the time to play it.
Yeah. Yep. So hunters are thinking now. What do we do? Has he got the movement to jump on the Drac? If he's got the movement with Seward, he can get a 3-on-1,
which would be amazing.
Which is a bad situation for Drac to be in. Yeah. But he's thinking, have I got forewarned? If I haven't, and it's a fog, I don't want to get blocked there, because again, it could be an escapist bat and then a wolf, and all of a sudden he's disappeared again.
He's looking back at the trail. Yep, and notably, to your point, the Munich card was not used to ambush. So it could still be, I mean, it's inland, so it's not as likely to be a fog, but it could theoretically be. Strider thinks it's more likely to be a mob.
Mobs are always good, or a spy. Reveal your card before we go into a fight, or... I mean, Mina's now, she's changed. She's now revealed her knife. Her pistol's disappeared. She's revealed her knife. She's still got her planned ambush. I'd be tempted to jump on with Mina now. I think you've got to... Although you don't know what the item is, but it's a 2-on-1. What do? You're going to let Dracula escape?
Yeah, I'd be tempted...
He's got his rule form.
Supplying. Yeah, I would have been tempted to jump on there as well.
Going for a 1-on-1.
Yep. Strider's predicting a heroic leap.
Yeah. Well, I'm not...
Yep, there it is.
Yep, there you go. Well played.
Yeah, that explains
and now he's got the option where...
Sorry, I wasn't sure if you were waiting for me to talk or not. But yeah,
I was going to say, that's why Stuart and Mina are now...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the stranglehold of the hunters, right? They're hanging out, and they know that Godalming with Mr. Tank with 11 HP is the one who can make the most effective heroic leap there. So yeah, that really has worked out for the hunters, putting some nice early damage on Drac.
Mm-hmm.
And then hemming in his movement, and at the same time with Seward, you're like discovering some of the rest of his trail that was a mystery for so long.
This is it. Yeah, I mean, they've got to get... There's that rumour they've got to... The thing is now, Godalming and Seward have got fast horses, so even a wolf form now, they can still jump on him, unless he jumps onto one of his layers, which he then doubles up. But if he's going to... if he wolf forms, let's say Geneva was a start, I don't think Geneva was there. I mean, he's going to struggle to get to where he wants to go. 53 would be the usual try and get out of it.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, it's... I mean, you don't want to feed because... Well, I don't know, do you? I mean, you could feed knowing whatever your card is. If the other two jump on and you activate it, if it is a delay card, you're hoping that they don't have forewarned.
Mm-hmm.
Then you block them for, albeit it's only for a day, but you block them, then you wolf form, then you get 3 spaces away. He is, there's a wolf form.
Wolf form.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Okay.
That makes sense. And we also don't know what's about to mature here.
Well, exactly, yeah. Yeah, you've got 3 items. They've got to check on that. Nuremberg, Seward is 2 away from the rumour location, which still could be anywhere.
Yeah. There's a lot of places that
you've then got a card beforehand. Yeah. I mean, let's look at... Okay, well, there's no... Yeah. I mean, he could have another layer sitting in there. So, yeah, this is what we're saying. What do they do? The strategy is, do you ignore the layer or the trail, try and jump on Dracula to kill him, especially now he's weakened, or do you deal with the trail and give him time to feed and almost... your heroic leap has done nothing. So he's going for the move. I think that... Ooh,
slow roll.
Slow horses. Okay.
Oh, maybe setting up for a psychic scan?
Yeah, you can do the psychic one there, reveal if he's done... That'll reveal a lot. But then Sue's got to deal with these cards up here.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah, Pizza Wizard saying, I don't know if you survived the 3v1 in Munich, which is... True, that's the that's the gamble there.
Listen, yeah, it'd be interesting to see if Munich's revealed. We'll need to keep an eye and see if it reveals what the card was. Because obviously with forewarned being changed now, you'd be debating on which hunter to send in. Dracula's got to guess which hunter has got forewarned, and then if you play Fog at the wrong time, then obviously the other one jumps on, and it's a 3-on-1, which after a 9 health, the damage with the heroic leap, you don't really want to be facing that again.
No.
I think Van Helsing I would check Marseille if I was Van Helsing just to see if he is going that way, because again, 2 from Munich and then a 3rd one could obviously start to lose the trail again.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it'd be interesting if he misdirected Munich, but then with the wolf form.
Oh, he found it.
Oh. Okay.
You worked it out. Well done.
So he did go the Claremont up. Yeah, I think Mina going down to check 59, albeit it could have been a kind of ruled out
hypnosis
to see where he is now.
It wasn't even a psychic bond, it was hypnosis. Interesting. Well, I guess Dracula did just wolf form. I was going to say, that doesn't seem like Scotsword, but Dracula's already just wolf formed, so you've got a much better chance of determining direction and then being able to act on the information.
Absolutely. And yeah, from Munich, he could have been in 4 potential countries. So, yeah, that's a decent time. She'll be delayed at night, which is okay. You know that he's in Italy, so you'd have to assume what he's in Genoa, just to stay on the coast to hide away from any. Oh, hang on. If there's no heroic,
Heavenly Host.
Heavenly Host, that'll give him some health back.
Yep. Boy, that worked out. I wonder if he was anticipating a potential run-in with the hunters.
Yeah. Maybe hoping that Cologne wouldn't be revealed, so he's thinking, well, that's fine, I'll move form, get my 3 health back.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, now he could be in Marseille, and then he's going to start going down into Spain. All the hunters are over that side.
Yep.
Because if he's in, let's say he's in Genoa, then he goes Marseille. But again, he's going to be. Again, this is what do you do? I think Godalming steward that kind of. You try and net him in, force him to sea, because bear in mind, Rufus is now an ally, so going to sea now for Dracula on 8 health, 8 health isn't going to be the best.
True.
Unless he's risked it, unless he's gone Florence on the assumption that they don't have CG. And then he's gone back to Munich. Is he going to ambush this time? No. Okay. Well, they've got to find this new rumour. If they don't find the rumour here. Oh, no. Okay.
Will Van Helsing save the day again?
So, Van Helsing up to Hamburg. Well, he showed his stake, so if it is a vampire behind this, you need to attack him and try and it'll do some damage, because he'll just stake you at night.
Mm-hmm. Yep, yeah, we know Van Helsing has a stake. Snuffleupagus was saying that was a good use of hypnosis. He likes the idea of risking going to Florence or fake wolfing to Venice just because Genoa seems too obvious. Let's see what happens. It was Hamburg!
Ooh. He did go to Hamburg.
Van Helsing saves the day again.
Now, interestingly, he didn't ambush on Hamburg, so he's either got aristocratic or perhaps a hoax, or he's forgotten that Van Helsing revealed a stake on Cologne.
Mm-hmm. Okay, desecrated soil.
It's not desecrated. This is also good because it allows Drac to ascertain what the cards on the hunters have. So, again, I'd be tempted, if I had Heavenly Host, I'd be tempted not to show it.
Yeah,
because you've got time to go back to
it's a long time. It's a long time before Drac's going to get that health. But then again, it's quite efficient for 3 hunters to deal with 3 of these encounters right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's a stake. There's the aristocrat. That's why you can ambush.
Yep.
Now, the good thing about that is obviously the stakes have gone, so now you expect the fighting vampires to start stepping up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but
bear in mind he burnt a stake on Vampire Lair.
That's true. Yep.
In fact, they all should be gone. There's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, all the stakes have been burnt, which is never nice. I like my medium rare. But we're only on 2 events left until the deck resets.
Yeah,
so,
that's what I was going to point out, is that those stakes could be coming back.
Yeah.
And in terms of trail efficiency, the hunters being able to clear so many encounters at once is starting to give them way back into the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. He is still what I like is, though, he is still making his layers back, so the hunters had to come back the way they came, and there's layers in place for them. I think Godalming checks Marseille just no.
Geneva, he's found the wolf form. Ooh, let's see what happens with this bats.
Bats into Clermont-Ferrand, into the lair?
Yeah, that could make a lot of sense. And that way you don't lose efficiency with your trail. Because with this much of the trail revealed, batting someone into the next location really isn't going to help. I mean, it might,
Correct.
depending on how things go, but it will also hurt because you've got one less secret encounter there. And
Yeah,
you're
you're right. Absolutely.
revealing direction. Yeah, Snuff's pointing out, we haven't seen a fog used yet. So,
Nope.
there is the possibility of having one of those go off to shuffle it back as the Dracula encounters are about to reset.
I'll tell you what, though. That desecrated soil of Munich, that was a hell of a risk that Dracula was taking that the other hunters wouldn't jump on.
Absolutely.
Because there was nothing there. Like, he would have got cards, but there'd been no damage to the hunters. And we know at least one of them had Heavenly Host. That could have been end of game right there.
Could have been.
The hunters were too fearful of it being some delay card. But
right.
It's like you were saying, Aruk, having 3 hunters there, you would have just jumped on Munich.
Yep. Oh, Pizza Wizard suggesting hide on Marseille, kill Lord Godalming with a fog to isolate him. Yep, we saw Strider trying that in his game against Terminus. Snuff is saying bats into Clermont-Ferrand makes sense. If Drac is hiding under the right events, picking a fight with Lord Godalming could be good, but batting to Clermont-Ferrand seems more likely. And then if the plan goes
Especially
well...
if he did...
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go, mate.
Oh, I was just going to read out the next thing from Pizza Wizard. We're hiding in Marseille. It could allow you to feed in relative safely with no heroic leap to fear anymore, because that's been burned.
Yeah. And where the hunters are now, they can't get to him even with fast horses, so he could sit there and feed now. Godalming's delayed. The other 3 can't get to him, which helps. That takes him back up to 11. Yeah. Mina's not been moving with... Mina's not moved at all. So, you assume maybe is the fast horse... Is this the last fast horse under this card? Because Van Helsing's not been... It's only been Godalming and Sud that have used fast horses. So imagine the third and final one is the last one on the deck.
Yeah, it could be.
I think if these guys pass, it could be, because if they, yeah, do you know what? I think it could well be. He doesn't want to check it because it could be, and then Mina can pick it up and get the horse.
Yep. Also, Pizza Wizard's pointing out we now know Lord Godalming's entire hand: Horus, Knife, and Heavenly Host.
Correct. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Okay, there's one of the layout, the Nuremberg. Oh, he's not going to. Oh, he's not ambushing the Nuremberg.
Yep, and we can guarantee that Dracula has both fogs.
Yep.
Or has seen them. We don't necessarily know what he's done with them.
So there you go. Yep, the last fast horse was the last card of the deck. Mina's picked it up and discarded the knife.
Oops, wrong discard pile. Ooh, we have a Reckless Vampire on the rumor.
At night time, he knows the stakes have gone.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
So
Spencer's combat is decent, and as we know, Scotsword's he worried himself over combat. He procrastinates too much. He needs to kind of go, right, I'm going to do this and do this. So let's see how he does here.
I'm only seeing
4 damage as he got dodged.
Okay. I'm only seeing 2 holy bullets in the discard. Is this a dead vampire?
Yeah.
No. Yes!
Holy bullets
there it is!
There you go.
Boom!
There you go.
Incredible.
Well, that was good combat.
Yeah. Who needs a stake when you've got holy bullets?
First hand, first card. That's how you deal with a rumored reckless at night. No damage as well. You can't ask for better.
Ooh, look at this reveal. Holy Circle, Heavenly Host, excellent weather, chartered carriage, and forewarned.
Wow.
And there go 2 tickets.
So
presumably, neither one of them was a white one.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that was efficient combat by Seward.
Yep. Data the layers. There's still one that we don't know its location. Right from the start of the game. Yeah, Snuff is right. We don't actually know that neither one was a white one. It just seems likely because... Oh, wait, no. No, you're right. He had Holy Circle and something else, so he didn't even have the option to discard something. He just got attacked by the spy. So that's an even better point than I thought. Why am I here? I don't understand. I don't understand this game. Ooh, look at this!
Oh, okay.
Hiding in Bordeaux.
Now he knows Godalming doesn't. If he's got a fog, I would play it now.
Nope.
Because otherwise you're going to get Seward jumping in. Okay, he's not.
No ambush, even with the hide. That's interesting.
So now, if Seward hasn't got forewarned, he's going to be less likely to jump in.
Yep, absolutely. Because you know Dracula has seen
because we know Van Helsing.
Yep. Yeah. Heroic Leap is gone though.
Van Helsing. Yep. Van Helsing's got the forewarned.
Mm-hmm.
Now Mina's just drawn that fast horse. If Van Helsing did have one of the white ones, that's going to delay her travel more as well. So
absolutely.
They're going to have to keep searching again for the final 1-1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's thinking about it. What does he want to do? Because the other option is, do you try and block him in? Or if you do, he just goes to C. He is on 8 health. Rufus is in play, so you would take a lot of damage going to C anyway. I don't know. Or again, you could have a potential 2-on-1.
Mm-hmm.
But if these are double vampires, we still know there's no stakes. It could be double, 2 new vampires, and all of a sudden you do a lot of damage with them. But even so, you're still going to be jumping onto Drac with two hunters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's difficult.
This is a very, very interesting scenario.
Because the thing is, if Seward can't even jump to Nons, because Nons could be where he started. Because remember, Clermont-Ferrand was the second card revealed.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So he can't even block the north, because if Nons is something of delay or whatever it might be, then that could block him. Which allows Drac the freedom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we don't know what that was. Strider's thinking it might have been Toulouse, and that's where Dracula was intending to head back there. And that's going to be his next move.
Yeah.
Yep, and Pizza Wizard's pointing out again that Dracula knows everything that Godalming has. So there aren't going to be any surprises in this combat except for the order in which Scotsword decides to play them.
Yeah.
Oh, here comes Seward.
So there's a fast horse.
And he notably did use a fast horse. So that may or may not have been risking death. Oh, and there's one fog. No forewarned. Wow.
Excellent. Okay.
Oh, double fog!
And a second.
Oh, wow. It was.
Wow.
It was double fog. Amazing.
Wow.
Oh, now 2 hunters. 2 hunters are stuck there. 4 fog tokens. Well, Godalming's going to be back up at full HP.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pizza Wizard saying not makes a lot of sense, agreeing with Rossco. Strider wants credit for calling double fog. You can have it.
Now, if Nonce was the lair, Dracula could go up there now, and now he can start doubling up on his layers while the 2 hunters are delayed.
Yep, absolutely. He's got a lot of time.
You go to Nonce, you go to Clermont-Ferrand, you can then wolf form back to Cologne, you can start... So by the time... albeit, I don't think Scotsword will be too upset because he likes to supply anyway, so they've got nothing else to do but supply. But it does allow Drac that. I mean, he could feed now, and they're still going to be delayed for another 2 days. And then the trouble is, if you feed now, it allows Mina and Van Helsing to move in. But do you want to draw them in and then go past them? He's updated a layer.
Cologne and Munich are now the known ones. Ooh,
There's the feed.
feeding.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. Not a lot of pressure on Drac right now, except for the fact that the trail is almost gone.
I think I'm just looking at it there. Yeah, there's a location after Paris, which if Nantes was the layer, that would have been revealed, which it wasn't.
Right.
So it may well have been a Toulouse start.
Well,
we'll find out.
There it is. It was not.
It was not.
So yeah, it makes it seem much more likely it was a Toulouse start.
Yeah.
Now we're getting a bunch of search events.
Yeah. Yeah, the local rumors. Hello, I'm right behind you. Okay. Yeah. Force the land, so you're kind of forcing him to go to sea or at least reduce his options.
Yep, and now that you know that Nantes is on the trail, that's more of a concern. Although he could misdirect it still. But it's his only remaining encounter.
Yeah. They have dealt with that trail expeditiously, though.
Yeah, they really have. For all the leisure that double fog has bought Dracula, I don't know what his next move is. Especially because Rufus is still in play as the hunter's ally.
And yeah, do you know, I'd be tempted if I was going to throw. I mean, one fog on a port is good because you double up anyway, which is fine. So I get it. He's got, you've doubled what you had before. But knowing that neither had forewarned, I guess if you leave them in fog, they supply and pick up forewarned, and then you put a fog elsewhere, they've already got it. You know that they don't have it, so you block them in there. But then I'd have been tempted to start moving Dracula away from the fog, so you want to try and get that distance, get another layer put down again. I mean, he'll get his will form back, but even so, it's like, what are you going to do with it now? He wants to get back to his layers. I mean, he could go to lose, double up his layer, and then will form from there.
That's true.
Although CG is a risk if he does go to Toulouse, because you could get trapped there. Yeah, he's thinking about it. I mean, Godalming and Seward they're not going to make Nantes, so Mina has to deal with Nantes. She got rid of her knife, remember? She's got her fast horse, she's got her planned ambush, and 2 other items.
Yep.
They weren't a stake. The stakes got burnt, so they're obviously weapons of something. Probably a heavenly host, I would guess, because she's kept a heavenly host.
Seems likely.
It's a shame his desecrated soils got removed earlier, because he could have really done with those health maturing right now.
Right. Yeah, that's one of the reasons it was good for the hunters to reveal the heavenly hosts. Like, as much as that tells Drac some information about their hands, denying that healing is pretty crucial. Okay, he has gone to sea.
Yeah.
So where would you be inclined to go as Dracula taking off from sea here?
It's a difficult one. Yeah, let's ask the chat, because I need to think about this. It's the North Atlantic is an ocean you want to go through to confuse the hunters. When you leave 2 there, you're going to go to South Atlantic, which you can only land in Iberia. You're going to go North Sea. Well, he could do North Sea because he's got Cologne and he's got Geneva and he's got another up there.
That's true.
But he's only got the one.
Mm-hmm.
Paris, I mean, we do know that Van Helsing's got an excellent weather as well, so he probably wants to go further that he can't just have Mina land on it. If he lands in Ireland, he can't have Mina just... Van Helsing gives her the excellent weather, she just jumps across. And of course, Rufus, yeah, he's going to take at least 4 damage with this.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, really, the only one you can really go to, I mean, English Channel would be the one where you don't want to land back in France.
Oh, it was a fighter vamp.
Oh yeah.
Oh, she's using the planned ambush.
Okay.
I'm somewhat surprised by that. Maybe he's got another one.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Yeah, I think it allows him the freedom to move. He doesn't want Mina to get killed.
That's true.
Okay, he'll just... Oh, what's he got? He got rid of the pistol, but does he have a rifle? Or will he just try and escape and take the 4
Heavenly
damage?
Host.
Oh no, he's a Heavenly Host. Okay.
Just killing it. She's taking 4 damage, though. Well, it does seem likely that the hunters are about to get back on the supply train, so...
Well, the Heavenly Hosts are getting used up.
Yeah. Oh, but it's going to be ages before that deck reshuffles. I forgot about that. Yeah, it does weaken CG.
Yeah. And again, he may not have got it because, yeah, remember those 8 cards went back into there from the hoax. Mm-hmm. So even if CG was lurching around the top, may have gone again now.
Yep.
I think Spencer's one of those Dracula players though that tends to play to his own tune. You know, you can't be hamstrung thinking they've got CG. Let's assume you play your game, and if they have it, they have it. If they don't, then great, because they're going to be struggling trying to find you. In which case, going to the North Atlantic, his next move would be going to the UK, because you've got a better chance of laying the cards down there before anyone could get you. Godalming and Seward are out of the game. Even if Van Helsing gives excellent weather to Mina, you don't mind facing her. You might have wanted to soften up a bit more with the Reckless, but if she jumps across, you don't mind taking her on. So, yeah.
Oh, he's moving again by sea.
Yeah, he had to. He couldn't, because he would have. Yeah, Wolf. I mean, he had. All right. So, I mean, he had Wolf form. I mean, he couldn't have gone through Bordeaux, but I mean, yeah, he would have only been back in France or Ireland. So at least this one, he could be the North Sea, he could be South Atlantic, English Channel, Irish Sea.
Yep. Yeah, Pizza Wizard was saying earlier that land move out of Bordeaux would have been stronger. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I agree. I thought he may have either, because of the distance of the hunters, I thought, let's say Toulouse was his lair, I'd have been tempted to have gone to Toulouse, layered that up again, because he would have got double on that. And then from there, you could wolf form to wherever you wanted to be. Or you could just start moving along, elsewhere. Because the feed has already been... I mean, the feed's got a long way to go before it becomes available again. He's already taken 4 damage. So the feed has been negated by going to sea twice anyway.
True.
And it kind of... Yeah, I don't know now. The double fog, I don't think he got the best out of the double fog that he could have. I'd have been tempted, as soon as they got trapped there, I'd have been moving to try and get away and get at least some other trail down. That means Van Helsing or Mina would have to start dealing with the trail. As it's been, Van Helsing hasn't left Munich, he's just been supplying and trading.
Yep.
Mina took her time coming in. There's not been any, he could have had another, he could have had a 4 Drac down or something down where, just to get your influence up. Because even now when he gets to Monday, he's still got to find 11 points, so it's still not done. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe the double fog it was a good play, but maybe he didn't achieve as much from it as he could have.
Yeah, so like, yeah, I agree. It was a good thing that it went off, and it gave him a lot of time. But I feel like him going to C lost him a lot of what it gained him. But I don't know. I don't know. We don't know what things were looking like to Spencer. None of us really know what that initial hidden layer was, because it's now gone. So I mean, Toulouse is a very likely candidate, but
that is true. Yeah, he's delete. Yeah, I wonder why he would. Interesting.
Yep.
So yeah, despite what we said at the beginning of the conversation of this game, it looked like RV. Okay.
Full combo.
Now, is somebody holding money trail?
Oh, Pizza Wizard's smarter than me. He's saying it had to be Toulouse. I believe it. Just on your authority. Oh. What are we going to see from this?
See, this is interesting now, because, I mean, if he's gone Irish Sea, or if he's in the UK now, renewed vigour, I mean, he could get 2 hunters on them.
Oh, there's the money trail.
There's the money trail.
South Atlantic.
Oh. This could be... okay, this... Man. Well, he's only going to get... The fogs have gone.
Yeah, both fogs are gone. That's the other downside of the double fog, is that hunters now know...
They've just been fully healed, they've been stuck in it, yeah.
Yeah, hunters now know that those cards are not a threat anymore.
Yep. And Helsing's just getting rid of... digging through some of the cards again. Yeah, and he hasn't rule formed, so he can only be in Santander, Lisbon, or Cadiz. You'd have to expect it's going to be Cadiz. It's the furthest away from them. But with a fast horse, they can jump out in Madrid and just walk into Cadiz. And he's going to have Godalming and Suid. That's a bad 2-1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think... Yeah, I think maybe one fog on Bordeaux and then movement would have been a better move. We're doing that now, but yeah. Yeah. Okay, so he wouldn't have gone Santander. That'd be too brazen. Hoping they would hoping they'd fast forward past him.
Yeah. But it's too easy to just take the first step and then fast horse second, right?
Yeah. Especially with renewed vigour, absolutely.
Yeah, I think Pizza Wizard's right. He was counting on them
ruled out
not having money trail. Because Hypnosis, we already know, got burned.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the thing. Had he stayed on land, as we said, if he'd stayed on terra firma and just started putting a trail down, money trails now, he would have taken 4 damage from Rufus. He would have had time to feed somewhere else. He would have been, he would have got his health up. His rule form we would have got back as well, which means he could have actually rule formed past the hunters because of where they were based. And get that layer, get the trail down. I think going to C. I mean, Mina did it. Mina forced it by going to Nons, but again, he could have either revealed, he could have doubled up his Toulouse layer. Yeah. And again, he hasn't got enough influence to actually make it a risk. The hunters aren't concerned that tomorrow night he's going to start getting points because he's so far away.
Yeah, he's still.
All they've got to do is block.
So many moves to make.
Yeah, and he's in Cadiz. He's stuck in Cadiz now. He can't go back to the South Atlantic.
Yep, they've ruled everything else
he's going to be. Yeah. He needs to get a rule form over to Alicante, but then if he does that, that he's gone to Alicante, because that's the only way he's going to get access to the med. Yeah. Hyde isn't there. Feed isn't there. This is tough for Drac.
Absolutely. Boy, I just love how this game swings back and forth. Maybe half an hour ago, it looked like the hunters were about to get shut out. And now it looks like Drac has his back against the wall. This is amazing.
Crazy. Absolute crazy. Yeah, that's exactly it. It's all... But you're right. The way the Hunters dealt with Nuremberg, Cologne, they all managed to clear those areas straight away.
Mm-hmm.
That trail was gone. That's three cities gone off the trail straight away. Mina got rid of the Reckless with her Heavenly Host, so that's been cleared. It's like great, no trail to worry about.
Yep.
Just focus on, and they haven't given him a chance to go back to his lairs. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is this is a very strong showing by Scotsword, and something that I've come to appreciate having watched a lot of games is the power that a full trail can give you, right? The more trail you have unrevealed on the board, the stronger a position Dracula is in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely, because again, it's like whenever Dracula goes to sea, it's free damage for the Hunters. You don't typically go to sea. Scott's saying I have a sync problem. Try to take a. I've noticed him rejoin. That's fine. He's going to rejoin.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you really want to get that trail down, because again, there's nothing for them to do once Bordeaux and Hyde was revealed. As we know, Scotsword's quite happy to sit and just reply. He's like, great. Plus, he's got nothing else to do but reply.
Mm-hmm.
You're giving the Hunters a chance to just, you wasn't able to attack them or fight them or kill one off. And I think it would have just been. I think it would have been a more start moving. He could have actually got back to Clermont. He could have got to Geneva, and then he could have wolf formed back into Germany or somewhere. So that by the time, then he could have misdirected. So by the time that Van Helsing and Mina try and find what they've got to deal with, Nantes is going to be a threat.
Mm-hmm.
And then Gdamak and Stuart are then, okay, now we've got to try and find where he is. So, yeah. Plus, by then, you can try and get Drac out towards Castle Dracula, so that even then, Desecrated Souls have gone, but you've got your health.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as you get to 53, 10, 53, 10, or 11, CG is not an issue for it, because you've got 3 locations that CG can't get played. And if he was out there in time where it gets to this stage of the game, you've got a trail they've got to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
You're far enough away that they can't get you anytime soon. Even jump on Castle Dracula, put an item down, take a hide, take a feed. Again, you could be full health, and then you can always wolf form out of Castle Dracula as well.
That's true. Chat is speculating that this would be the moment that we would normally get your patented Rossco walkout. What do you think?
Well, chat, you know what? I know unfortunately I'm bound tonight because I'm commentating, and I didn't want to just be like dead air because I've just gone, oh well, that's it, game over. If I was watching it, would I be? Put it this way, I might be making a cup of coffee while I'm watching this in the background.
Okay,
because it doesn't look good for Drac.
I'm inclined to agree with the general sentiment that it looks like this game might be over, but you never do know. You never do know in this game. So,
well, the thing is now that we've got an issue here because Spencer saying is able to join.
Right.
Scotsword went out.
I'm
but
seeing
he hasn't
a
come
message.
Back in yet.
Oh, I'm seeing a message that says Scotsword has joined after he left.
Yeah, but if you see on the right, he's still in yellow. So he's joined as in the server, but he's not actually back in the game.
Oh, okay. That's what that means. Oh, this isn't good.
Because I noticed that when I join a game, when it flags up with the kind of loading screen, and then I jump into the game, somebody's already said, hey Rossco, how you doing? Because they've already seen me join, but I haven't actually joined the game. So at the moment, he's stuck in a server trying to get into this. Now, if he's left and it's the bug that we had where it's telling him you're already in a game, you need to then, this takes about 5 minutes. It does go away, but you need to just come out of it, delete it, go back into it again, it does take a little while to catch up. So that may be. I did notice throughout the game there's been a couple of times that it's said Scotsword has joined, so its connectivity has been dropping in and out of the game.
Mm-hmm.
I just hope this doesn't end in a. If this ends in a, because the problem with this one is this was the bug that you can't rectify other than hoping it allows you back in,
Right.
because it already registers here. So the only way you can do that is by ending the game, which we really don't want to do.
No.
Because again, unless they can do a reschedule, they'd have to sit down and discuss, okay, well, show your cards on the table, who's got what, and then ascertain whether could Dracula have escaped from the situation they're in.
Yeah, this is a tricky one. You really don't want to see the games get cut off like this.
No, and there's not been. I've not watched many, but the ones I've watched, it used to be quite common, but it was dealt with quite well, and I've not seen many happen like this in the tournament or the ones I've watched. And again, renewed vigor's been played, so it's almost like, okay, well, right, Scotsword, you tell me what would your strategy be, and then I'll show you what I would do as Dracula. You know, what's going to be on Cadiz? All right, it's a new vampire, right? Okay, so could I have taken out? You know, I mean, I think at any court in the land would look at it and say, Godalming's full health with cards, Seward's full health with item cards, 2-on-1, both fog have gone. There could be a bats, but the combat would still trigger.
Well, Godalming's out because he's used all his actions. It looks like.
Did Godalming? What did he do before Lisbon? Did he not fast horse to Lisbon first?
No, I think he stepped onto Santander. I could be wrong.
Oh, Spencer's left now, right? So he's gonna leave and
try on his end.
Yeah.
Oh, I really hope we don't lose this to a bug. Yeah, because really the only alternatives at that point are, say what you would have done and try and resolve it off outside the app, or just replay the entire game.
Yeah. Yeah. Which I think, had renewed vigor not been played and fog's not been played, I think you could argue that, okay, well, if they play that, you would ask, does either of your hunters have forewarned? No. Okay, well, I've got fog and Cadiz. If they don't have CG, Drac can then block a hunter in Cadiz, will form to Alicante, and then he carries on with the game. But because renewed vigor's been played, there's still 2 hunters that have got to use it. Both fogs have gone. There's no delay card. And you know where he is. So again, there's no even, he could be there, he could be there. He's in Cadiz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing is, we know he doesn't have fog.
No.
Oh man.
So actually, yeah, chat. This is the game I probably would have if I'd just figured out of this beforehand. Then it would have been like, oh, how did the game end? Oh, it didn't. It broke. Oh, right, okay. Well, I'll join in for the next one.
Yeah. I keep getting prompted to replace Spencer Wolfhart with an AI because he's left and hasn't been able to get back in either.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, imagine both the game ends as both players playing as AI. We'll just leave it in the hands of the AI, and whoever wins is the fairest.
Yeah, that is not not the official way this would get resolved.
That'd be brilliant. All of a sudden, all the hunters start going up towards Paris. It's like, you know where he is? Nope.
Yeah.
Come on, guys, follow me.
Yeah. It would be interesting to see how the AI plays this out, but still.
Oh, that'd be one way to end the game. What's he got? Yeah. I'm gonna drop a quick message and just see what the guys are up to behind the scenes, if they get any luck with this.
Okay.
What does it look like?
I'm gonna continue not replacing Spencer with an AI. Oh, there is a new lobby. Snuffleupagus has informed me. They have made a new lobby. So I guess I'm going to quit this game. I am quite sure.
Right, that's a look. Replace a rook with an AI until they rejoin.
Oh, yeah, see what happens if you replace a spectator with an AI. Maybe don't. We don't want this to break.
New lobby up. Right, okay, let's see.
Thank
so
you.
would that allow them to...
Thank you, Snuffleupagus. We would have been stuck there
Yes,
forever.
I didn't realise they could carry the game over to a new lobby, though.
Yeah, neither did I. I've never heard of this feature before. I've heard of, like, saving and restarting games. Maybe they both left and created the new lobby and restored their game from the save feature. I don't know how the save feature works. I've literally never interacted with it.
No. I'm not sure either. That's interesting.
Okay, here we go. This looks familiar.
I'm just loading into this game now. It'll be finished by the time I jump in. I should just cancel the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Snuffleupagus is saying that's actually how it works. The magic of the Revenant update. All right.
Oh, okay, good. Oh, well, that's good then. Right, okay, that saves, haven't it? Right, okay, we're in. Or I'm back in now. Right, okay.
Excellent. I think everyone's finally back on the same page. We're ready for the action to continue.
Yeah, we're back. Okay. 3 moves, Dracula's dead. Okay, GG, all the best. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Let's see what the last...
It took me longer to jump into the game than for the game to end.
Yeah. See what the last half of this renewed vigor does.
So, let's see. Yeah, it's showing up. So it's showing up on mine. Seward is making a move.
Mm-hmm. I'm not seeing Seward doing anything. I'm just seeing, like, instead of a double red circle, there's a single red circle on him.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Although he's got Spirit Telegraph as well active, so he might be moving other hunters around.
Yeah, he might not be doing something with Seward right now. It's true.
Did Mina get there as well? She was in Nons because I saw Sense Emergency was played before the game crashed.
Oh no. Is Scotsword still unable to take any actions? 3 free supplies.
Okay, well.
Oh no. Yeah, I'm not seeing any actions either.
Oh. This is going to be a gentleman's agreement between the two. What they do then?
Yeah.
Does Scotsword then relinquish his moves now because he's been given 3 automatic free supplies? It depends what the supplies were, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
You can't then get free supplies and then continue your move and jump on because that could be the difference. This game might be bugged beyond redemptions.
Yeah. It might be.
I lost Van Helsing's second action. He supplied twice.
Yeah, but he's done nothing for us.
No, that's right. Exactly. Yeah, it didn't flag up anything. It's just automatically supplied.
That is so strange.
Unless Spencer clicked yes for AI for hunters when Scotsword left.
Oh yeah, maybe.
So we'll just keep him there. I think Van Helsing would probably supply.
Van Helsing's got a mind of his own.
Yeah. Why do you... He's using a ticket during the day. That's strange. Don't worry, it's fine. In the event that we can't salvage it, I think it's safe to say that you would likely win. Yeah, I think that's...
very gentlemanly of Spencer.
Does IDS matter now that we're in the... Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah, I think, yeah.
I don't know. The admins are going to have to work this out, I think. Snuff.
Yeah. Or,
Scotsword and
stuff,
Spencer.
yep.
Yeah. Because we aren't seeing
Start
the
shuttling
game.
your pencil. I'm going to be honest, I have everything to get a 4v1 on you tomorrow had Van not lost his action. But I guess we should play out from where it is. Right, okay. Okay, well, we'll see how this goes. For the record, I would have definitely tapped out by now if I was a spectator, just like you know, chat.
Yeah.
And if the chat is still there, then commendable to you all for sticking with this technical issues. Yeah, there's no turns happening here. Yeah.
Yeah, it's worth trying a reload. Okay, he's leaving. Well, apologies for the technical difficulties and potential non-standard ending here, chat. But
well, that's it, you know, yeah, that's the danger of live television. You know, you just don't know what's going to happen. Fortunately, Aruka and myself, being of the caliber of commentators we are, we've managed to continue keeping the entertainment level high. And if nobody's dropped out, I'd be amazed. I would have quite happily dropped out and had a cup of coffee and left you to it. But God damn it, I've got to stay.
Yeah, you're stuck on the stream now.
I know. God damn it. I mean, I'm going to get. It's going to it's going to like Tron. I'm just going to get stuck in this in the Matrix. I can't get out now. Yeah, if that doesn't work, I'm fine with calling the game. And I think they don't want to redo the game over again, which is an option, I guess.
Yeah, they
I would
could.
imagine
They could replay it. I mean, it sort of depends on what exactly they want out of it. I think Snuff, JB Philly, Spencer, and Scotsword are going to have to work out an official ruling if we can't get this game working again. Keeping you company too at this point, yeah. Oh, now Scotsword.
Yeah, I wonder.
Now Scotsword is showing up as just a yellow name again.
Yeah.
Even though it, says he's joined, the server thing is still taking its time.
Yeah, it's bugged out again.
Oh,
yeah, I think it's time for the. I mean, Spencer seems seems okay to relinquish the game rather than asking for a replay, which I guess you're entitled to. I mean, Scotsword saying there he had everything to get a 4-1 tomorrow,
the next day. Yeah.
I mean, okay, right. Well, yeah, you accept that. I mean, it depends where he could have gone. What could Dracula have done?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what did he have a second renewed vigor? Because how would Van Helsing get I guess a sense of emergency 1, 2, 3, and then a fast horse? Assuming that he would go to Alicante, so Van Helsing couldn't have got to him. Oh well, he was going to move this time. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well.
Oh man.
That's a shame.
It is.
Although I think it's been the first one in this tournament. It's been the first one for a long time. So.
Yeah, I think there have been other technical issues in the tournament, but I think so far they've been able to keep resolving the games. I remember watching a stream where there was a potential major issue, but I think it ended up working out in the end. This one does not look promising.
I think we, personally, I think we should let the chat go and just call this a day because nothing's going to really happen.
That's
and
true.
if they are just going to close it down, that's it.
That's true.
Even if Scotsword comes back again.
So yeah, I'll
it's up to
say.
you. I mean, that would be my view. If you're.
Yeah, I'll say, because if they do decide to
Scott-
play again. Oh, what's happening? Yeah, he's stuck,
He's stuck in the loading screen again. Yeah.
Okay, I'll say, okay. Thank you. We'll close out our stream. Well, a very anticlimactic ending, but unfortunately, this is like we were saying, this is what happens with live television, or not even TV in this case, live YouTubing. But I think we still have seen an impressive game up to this point, and we got to see some pretty major swings back and forth. I think probably the easy summation is what Pizza Wizard was saying in the chat earlier. He's probably gone by now, which was Spencer sort of gambled on no money trail and then lost. So yeah, thank you everyone who's been here. Who's I hope you enjoyed what game there was despite this, and hopefully all of the official administrative stuff gets worked out and we can solidify this and move on with the quarterfinals. Thank you very much, Rossco, for joining me. Any final thoughts?
No, always a pleasure. Yeah, the game was good up until that point. It's one where we can always flag that card now to Scotsword that he won this game by default, so we can always flag that up.
Yeah, that's
just
true.
To remind him.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then we'll see what happens the next time. But no, it was a couple of mistakes. I mean, we saw the game swing twice. It was a good start for Dracula, but then with that vampire layer, he didn't really get any points after that too. I think the Bordeaux double fog, whilst we've not seen it, was like, oh right, this could be beneficial. But as we said, he didn't move and create a trail after that. So unfortunately, and then he took damage going to sea with Rufus being an ally. So. Good enough game as it was. Shame it ended the way it did with the bug, but these things happen. And I look forward to joining you on the next one.
Absolutely. And thank all of you for watching.